this contest set for one fall is for the WWE Championship.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Welcome to Around the Turnbuckle. I'm Big Al. That's Professor right there with me. As always, and joining us, guys, he's always hungry.
Hungry.
The Prince is in the house. Prince Piranha. What's up, my man?
What's going on, guys? I'm just hanging in there right now, you know.
I know. Ain't we all?
At the top of the division, so I'm feeling good.
Yeah. So the Ravens got a win this today, and the Steelers got a loss today, and so the Ravens are right back to. Ravens were left for dead.
I know, they were scaring my ass early in the season.
One and five.
Left for dead.
At what point do we just say, like, you know what? Fuck it, we'll just play for draft picks?
And now all of a sudden you're 6-5 and you're right in the mix of things, man. So we got David Motorman's here. Good evening, friends. What a treat to see and catch my friend, the Hungry Man. This is a good night indeed.
Oh, yeah. What's up, David?
Robbie
Always
Mills.
good hearing from him.
Robbie
Lord,
Mills.
not Robbie Mills.
Well, you don't like... What do you got against Robbie?
What? I don't know. What should I have for him?
I don't know. But the Eagles just missed the field goal, so
it's
now
just
I'm really
Robbie
mad.
Mills.
Now
I'm
really
just like,
mad.
oh my God. He just plays around too much for me. That's what it is.
He's, the thing is in SWO, he's getting attention,
He's kind of our Mikey Whipwreck.
But I mean,
without thankfully all the head injuries and the other.
But he is though, right? I mean, he's
the underdog. He's like the fans kind of everyman. It's like, oh, Robbie can do this,
This
they
whole
feel,
thing
I guess they feel like they can do it too, and it's like, yeah, but Robbie did train and put in the effort and continues to put in the time and the effort. So
this whole thing with Evan Atlas is really, the fans are really starting to get on Robbie's side on this.
I'm enjoying it.
They always do. We've seen this storyline about 15 times already.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Sean Rollins and Cody Rhodes and like a couple years ago?
Sort of, not quite the same thing. But I can see what you're saying.
Like
it's the Sami Zayn
what about
thing, right? It's the bloodline Sami Zayn.
What about Tim? Was a willing.
About Tim Rush and Trace Parker.
Yeah, but they were kind of willing stooges.
What are you trying to say,
Robbie? It feels.
Hey, I'm just saying, if the storyline works, they're gonna do the same storyline. It doesn't. I mean, they know it's going to work.
It sounded to me like you were.
There's nothing new under the sun in wrestling. We know that.
Well, I mean, it's the Sami Zayn angle, right? It's the Sami Zayn bloodline angle.
How many ways can you create for people to get in a fight or whatever crap? Like it was different when it was more regional. It's like if you had a good idea in Florida and it really worked, and you went to the NWA meeting and were like, oh hey, I had this really hot angle in Florida, and we did 6 months of business. Like Sam Muchnick up in St. Louis will go, hey, you know what? I got 2 guys that might work for, and we've never done that before. Maybe I'll try it and see if I can get, pop the territory and get a ton of business out of it. I mean, now when like WWE and anything else, it's like everybody sees everything, and you're basically playing the game like, hey, what haven't we done in a couple of years? Might have enough turnover. They won't think it's the same exact thing.
You just tweak it a little bit.
Yeah. That's what you got to do.
I mean, yeah.
If
you do the same thing with you do the same thing with the matches too. I mean, you could have the same match for a month straight. Just tweak it a little bit.
Mhm.
He's right though. How many professors right? How many excuses there are for people to have a conflict, right? I mean, you got to you got to try to keep it fresh, but at the same time, if you bring back something that I mean, I've even seen them. We've been associated. All three of us have been. You've been associated with them a lot longer, but
Mhm.
Keith and I have been associated with them for the past 3 years. We've seen them bring back storylines from back in old school, like WCW days, or like
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
AWA stuff that people might not remember, especially people of a certain age. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah, and that's gonna be wrestling forever. We're gonna have this bloodline storyline again in like 20 years. People might forget that even happened,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they'll tweak it a little bit. It won't be obviously called bloodline or nothing like that, but it'll be some kind of family thing that takes over, and there's one big star out of it. That will happen again at some point.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Kai Thomas is here. What's up, my man? That was a hell
Ty
of a match
Thomas,
last night. So listen, Piranha.
I
Last
say
night,
he's healing today.
this
Whew.
guy here and his father defended the 3WA tag titles
okay.
in a dog collar match against the Bad Fellas, and it was off the charts. We've also never we haven't not never, but we haven't seen a crowd in SWO in quite some time. I'm sorry, 3WA in quite some time like this. I mean, it was a packed house. There was people standing along the walls.
Oh yeah, that's
It
Yeah.
awesome.
was it was a hot crowd all night long, and you know what it's like to perform in front of a hot crowd like that.
Oh yeah, and
Um,
Yeah.
I
If you're
there's
always
nothing
give
like it,
you're
right?
there,
Quakertown the credit for having such a, it's like a nice venue. It's kind of small and tight in there, but it's a
Mhm.
pretty nice venue, like just to look at.
Yeah, it
It
almost
looks
Yeah.
sounds.
cool.
It also sounds. They also sound louder than they are.
Yeah. The
The
acoustic.
Cowboys
Oh
just
yeah.
the Cowboys just tied it up. By the way, they're gonna
Oh
The
man.
Eagles are gonna
I always
the
said
Eagles are gonna lose
maybe.
this game.
Oh, you see, you just spoke something crazy into existence. I don't know why you did that, but
No, my
hey.
daughter said it earlier. My daughter said, "What happens if they
Oh,
come back and win?" And what's happening right now? It's
see, look,
21-21.
Uh,
Thanks, Natalia. I
you spoke
appreciate
it
it.
into existence. There it went.
she's grounded.
Oh, that's bad.
Anyway, man, the
I
big
did. I do want to
question.
say though, if you were there in Quakertown last night and you were in that crowd, thank you. You make our jobs and the wrestlers' jobs a hell of a lot easier when you are that hot and that motivated. That
Oh yeah,
motivates the rest of us, and that really, honest to God, that energy helps us take our game up another level. So if you were
definitely.
there and you were part of it, thank you. Come back, keep doing it. You'll make all of us better.
Yeah, because if the crowd's hot, the commentary they can just sit there and people get it. You can just hear
Yeah.
it.
I'll tell you though, we couldn't just sit there. Like Keith and I had no voice left at the end. It was insane, because we had that match with the Heartbreakers and the Badfells, and then later on we had a casket match with JT Cage versus Wyndham James Winthrop III, and that got a little out of hand.
Yeah, there was nothing on that show that was, you know,
He said
bad
that he
or
said it
even
got out of
pedestrian.
hand.
It got out of hand. So
Yeah, we had
let's
What
lighter.
were they? What were they cheating? I know JT Cage. All he does is cheat, so I don't know about him
so does
anymore.
the hat guy. I
Yeah,
mean, sorry,
that
so
was
does
Wyndham.
Wyndham for
The
the
hat
hat
Oh
guy
guy.
yeah.
too.
Oh yeah. True. Very true.
So who cheats worse, right?
Is that what it came down to?
Well, it
Pretty
came down
much.
to obviously the original family. It came down to Big Smoke,
Yeah.
and Big Smoke interjected himself and helped out Cage, and then Roadblock took him out to even up the odds, so to speak. But at that point, Wyndham was in the casket. They got the casket closed. JT wins, and then they tried to set the casket on fire.
Okay.
So
And how'd that work out? You
Yeah,
said they
recycling
tried. So how'd that
plastic.
work out?
well, how that worked out was they officials like the Wolfman, he's the commissioner, so he stopped them from doing that. The referees stopped them from doing that. Demetrius Arion, who's the president of the company, came up and he tried to stop them also, but then he grabbed the lighter fluid and started dumping it on himself. So I don't know what the heck was going on there. It looked like he was
Oh
for a minute
man.
there. It looked like he was going to let JT Burn Wyndham James Winthrop the third.
Yeah, that
That
was
was very unusual. So he's got a lot of
weird.
questions to be answered, so to speak. So
Yeah, that's kind of
you know,
wild.
he might be my next guest on the Turnbuckle Talk. I don't know. We'll see. But
Turnbuckle.
dude,
Turn- Oh my god! I saw that advertisement. I was like, no way, got a theme song. That really
dude,
cracked
I
me
got a
up. I
thing
was like,
song. I
wow.
got it. Yeah,
People
I
were
got my
loud though. I
own.
could barely hear it.
I
It
got
was
my own like
loud.
Piper's Pit. Well, we had a different sound person this time, and
Okay, that's
she
probably
was
why.
very. You couldn't hear much of the music this week or this month because
Mm.
she wasn't, she did the best she could, and
Yeah,
God love her for stepping in there.
things happen. Shit
But
happens.
man, when I talk to people about Prince Piranha, because your name gets brought up a lot, whether you're there or you're not, at either 3WA or SWO, I put my hands up because I'm like, I don't know, man. Last I had heard, he was thinking about hanging up the boots, and then I saw you advertised wrestling over the summer, and I thought, okay, maybe he's gonna do it a little less. Like maybe it's not a complete retirement. It's more like a, all right, whenever I get a chance to get back in the ring, I will. But I need to heal and things like that.
Oh yeah.
And then we came across you at SWO. People saw you. It was nice to see you, and
Hmm?
they were happy to see you. And then so the burning question to me is, what's going on with Prince
What's
Piranha,
going on?
man? What's going on
I,
with Prince Piranha? That's what they want to know, man.
I I mean, just living life, like, and life hits you sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Wrestling. I'm one of those. I'm like wrestling is not gonna go anywhere. I mean, it's not a bad thing to let my body heal up either.
Oh,
No,
So I was getting to the point where I'm like, I'm kind of just doing these shows. No one's really pushing me right now. I don't really like necessarily have storylines in many places. I'm just like going around wrestling and not really
and they just throw
like
you in a match,
pushing.
right?
Yeah, I'm not really like pushing forward too much right now. So probably a good time to just take a little tiny hiatus. Hopefully the value goes up. People want to see me a little bit more, and people are
How
hitting me
could they
up.
not miss you if you don't go away, right?
yep.
One of those
Yeah,
deals.
exactly. And I'm like, I, I just wanted to see what was going to happen in these few months. It was
Well,
last time I wrestled was what, July.
July.
So
Yeah.
yeah, July I did the Lebanon Fair,
Mm-hmm.
and who I wrestled? Almighty Syndicate, Brian
Yep.
Kiesel and Ace
Kiesel and Mace
Dallas.
Dallas. Yep.
Yep, and that was pretty fun. I don't even think I took a bump in that match though, so it wasn't really
Right.
like, yeah, it wasn't really like knocking any ring rust off necessarily because I didn't really like bump. I rolled, I think, but I didn't take any. Yeah, I mean, either way, it was fun, and that's what I usually be going out here to do anyway. I I had a couple bookings lining up, and
Mm-hmm.
then transportation for a few things. There was one in Jersey I was going to, and we ended up getting in a car accident on the way
Oh
there,
shit.
Damn.
and that was one of those where I was like, maybe I shouldn't go. Something's telling me, maybe
No.
this isn't the time to go back yet. So I'm like, maybe we just take a little bit more of a break. And then I was going to ACW. I was going to wrestle their United States champ, Chris Slade, and I actually got sick that week. Like literally, I got sick like a couple of days before, like bad, like
Ugh.
flu type sick, and it was just like, huh. Of course, like as soon as I'm about to go wrestle again, something happens. So maybe not the time yet. And I'm just waiting for the time. I had Miami lined up,
Yeah.
and then a lot of financial issues came up. I'm like I can't really get the flight down there, and that's
Yeah.
going to probably fall through now. So that's another thing. So I'm just like maybe that was the last one for this year, and we'll
So it was
just
a
start
bunch
up
of
fresh again.
So it was a bunch of signs that
Yeah, yeah,
you read
yeah,
all
for
Okay,
you
good.
read
sure.
all the signs and you did the right thing. I think you did the right thing.
Yeah,
I want to get
I'm
all
just
these.
like, oh, go, go, go ahead.
I want to get all these comments in because I'm way behind on those. It's the Piranha Man. Hell yeah, definitely got to come back up and have another beer with you guys. That's Thundercat.
Yeah, that was
Mm,
that was definitely a time right there.
yeah.
That was
Michelle
one of those
says
times.
hungry.
Michelle, I haven't seen her in a minute. Oh man, I gotta get up to Triple WA. I know she'll
Yeah.
still be on there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she's
It's
there.
still out.
I've always said I wanted to work with him, says Kai Thomas.
I want to call
Oh yeah,
that.
young Kai. I don't even think we ever met. Obviously, I met his. I've known his dad for years, so
Yes.
but I don't think I've ever met Kai like as a
He
wrestler.
hey, last 2 years, my man, he's turning it up.
Oh
He
yeah,
is showing
I'm
leaps
gonna have
and
to get
bounds.
up there at Triple WA actually, and just. I mean, next year I'll definitely get up there at some point. I know they don't usually do a December show, so
No, no
No,
show
no,
December,
no
but
show December.
January's the Rumble. It's the Resolution Rumble.
So we
right.
need
So
bodies for that.
they're gonna need
Hey,
extra. They're gonna need extra people. Just throwing it out there.
might be able to avoid a bump again. You never know.
Yeah,
It's over the
Eh,
top
possible.
rope. You know,
oh man, but
hell you might win this thing. All right.
yeah,
Uh,
never know.
then you don't go over the top rope. What's going on, guys? And that's
Classic
classic
Johnny
Johnny
Pod.
Potty. That's your boy, Professor.
What's up? Heck yeah,
Always there and miss you,
yeah.
says Michelle.
The whole fam, the kids and all. I haven't seen it. Yeah, I got to see those
Yeah,
guys again.
yeah.
They're
They're gonna
probably
be
Roadblock.
up
grown now.
there.
Roadblock Chad McCoy. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing tonight? Just want to say hi.
Yo, Roadblock. Yeah, he's one of the first people I met in here. Like one of, yeah, he's been at Triple WA forever.
Yeah,
He's a good guy, man.
So
Over 20 years.
yeah,
yeah.
I was gonna say. I remember the first time I went to Triple WA. I'm pretty sure he was there.
January is
So.
my birthday. Get some. All right.
Oh yeah, me too. Gonna hit the big 3-0 in January.
Woo!
So
So
maybe
happy
that'll
birthday
be
to
a,
both of
yeah, I was gonna say that'd be a better time to maybe get in and be like, hey, they say
you.
your prime starts in your 30s, so
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
should be a
right.
good time.
Yeah, man. I mean, you're still young. I know you don't, you're probably tired of hearing that, but you are still young and you have plenty of time and you take your time. I'm not, I know I joke around about you showing up at 3WA and being in the Rumble in January, but like, if you did, great. But if you
Yeah.
didn't, like, man, you take your time. You take care of you. My grandmother used to say that to me 100 times a day, and I didn't listen. Take
Oh
care of
yeah,
you. Take care of you, and then the
yeah.
rest. The rest will be, it'll come. Like you saw signs to stay out of the ring. You're out of the ring. I'm sure signs will come to you in the future about when you want to get back.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And I'm like, I still apply, like send emails out to like try to get extra work for events and like WWE when they come around,
How about
AEW when
working
they come
out or
around.
anything like that? I mean, how do you feel physically?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm I'm pretty fine physically. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, when I went to the doctor because I was having like a pain in my side, like in my abdomen side area, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And like they gave me like I don't know. The diagnosis was real weird because I'm like in my head like you could be saying this to me, but it's not really how I feel because they're like it could be like a ab tear or something. I'm like, I
Right.
don't
No,
know. I think I would actually like kind of know if it was like a ripped abdomen or something
I
crazy.
was
I'm like,
always yeah, I was always told like if you tear an abdominal muscle even a little bit, it's one
yeah,
of the most
exactly.
painful things you can do to yourself. So like
Yeah,
you would be in pretty agonizing
yeah,
pain.
yeah.
I've read like more than a few guys that have had that, like Mick Foley and a couple other people have like written about that and said, and Foley especially did because he's always gets the like, what's the worst thing that ever happened to you, or like, what's your most painful injury? And they always think it's like something from Hell in a Cell or whatever. And he's like, no,
Yeah.
not there.
Yeah, I'm telling you. But I'm like, I don't really think it's that because I can like still move and around and stuff, but it was like a sharp pain in that area. So I get why they were like thinking that, but I was like, I think it was like a digestive thing because I'm like,
Maybe.
my
Wow.
stomach's making my stomach's making like weird noises that it's not like I'm hungry noise or something. No pun intended,
Yeah.
it, but yeah, it was like more like a like a real growling noise, like something's grinding up, like that kind of noise,
Right.
like maybe something's not digesting right or something. And I'm like, but would that be a sharp pain? Like I'm sitting there googling and stuff. I
Well, that's
was
always
all
dangerous.
over it before, like going to the doctor, but
Yeah,
I
that's always
they gave me
dangerous.
like some
Google stuff.
placebo. They gave me some placebo medications or whatever. I'm like, it's pain reliever, I guess. It worked, but yeah, I'm ready to go regardless. When it comes to the wrestling, I'm ready to go again. Whenever I'm called upon. I know um I was contacted by Three Legacies for January, late January. They're coming back
Right.
to their original venue, the Brightside
Okay.
Opportunity Center. So they did it. They did invite me to come to that. I don't know what I'm going to be doing yet, but I know if I'm gonna be wrestling, I'm gonna be putting on a hell of a show, like I always do. I don't play around in the ring.
No, you don't.
We're gonna be doing that. If we're getting in the ring, we're not gonna be playing around. We're gonna be doing that. Like, yeah, let's try to tear the house down.
All right. Well, Chad's got some more comments here. You guys are still young pups. On my birthday in May, I'll be 65.
Oh wow,
Um,
yeah,
Always somebody older.
yeah, brother, you're young enough to take care of yourself before you even get in the ring, and you worry about yourself. You worry about yourself and your family. That comes
Then comes the ring. He's
then
right.
yep,
then
for
then
sure.
comes the ring.
He's right.
Yep, I agree.
Thundercat, if you were in my promotion, I'd put you on top in a few months.
Ah, nah,
It's
I've been on top of at places. I mean, it's cool. I don't really like the main event, to be honest. Like I wait around too long. I start getting like can we get this over with kind of feeling. But at the same time, it is a privilege to have that spot, and I'm always grateful for when somebody wants to try to give me a push. I don't really go around asking for it. I'm just gonna try to ask for it with my matches. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
with my
right.
performances. Like that's how I'll ask for a push.
Let the
Like,
work dictate. Don't do the politics.
yeah, exactly. I'm like, hey, I'm a pretty bad politician, to be honest. I start saying things that I'm just being rude at this point because yeah, I started really saying everything that was coming in my mind, and that's where the politician in me is. It won't work. It won't
No,
work.
that won't.
Yeah, it won't work.
Nobody wants you to be honest. They say they want an honest politician. It's like, no, you
Yeah, no, no, no.
no,
You
you
can't be
don't.
honest. As soon as you're honest, it's like, yeah, that guy,
Yeah, because
dick. Don't bring him
all it's,
around here no
yeah,
more.
all it's gonna be is bad news and like, so here's why you're not getting, chocolate and ice cream this month, and you're getting
Yep.
basically vegetables because we got to save money over here. Like nobody
Yeah,
wants that shit. They all want chocolate and ice cream.
exactly. I'm like, hey, you gotta tell them what they want to hear, but at the same time, if you're doing that and not actually like telling them what you're thinking, what's even the point of saying anything?
Yeah,
So it's it's
I get
kind
in
of a
trouble. I get in trouble for that too, especially at home.
yeah. I mean, yeah, you can get in trouble with that anywhere for sure, but in wrestling, it's like once once that it comes out, oh, this guy's a politician, or this guy's this, that, whatever they say about you, it just spreads like a wildfire. Everybody on the internet saying the same thing about them, and then once the trend goes, everyone just all thinks it, and it's a disaster from then on. There,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's like high school on steroids at some point. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm telling you, it's terrible. It's like, man, I'm going out there and put my body on the line. Why do I gotta be a politician too? Like,
yeah.
can't we just all share the pushes, share the wealth? Like it's like I'm not trying to take your merch table over there. Why are you trying to start rumors about me and stuff like that? You know what I mean? Like just I don't.
That's why I like where I work because in both places it's a good locker room. Nobody's screwing with anybody. Nobody's
Yeah, 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 for
talking
sure.
dirt
Not
on anybody, and we're all working together and we're all pulling towards the same goal.
exactly.
I don't hear
Yep.
much of anything of that bullshit about don't work with so and so because
Yeah, don't work with
did
so and
this and they
so
did
because
that.
this and that.
Yeah.
It's like, are we back in the territories, guys? Come on. Everybody
Yeah.
just everybody just try to share the wealth here. We're none of us are getting that TV money.
Oh
So
hell no.
there's no need to be trying to bury each other. That's definitely not what I'm in it for. I actually don't like that. It's just like once I be hearing people getting buried, I'm just like, well, can we just like say that while they're around at least? Like, I don't want to
Yeah.
even like say this on the internet. Like, can we just like, if we're gonna do this like in a locker room meeting, and then if y'all
Yeah.
start to fight right then and there, you start to fight then and there. I don't know, but hey, we're not little kids. There's no kids in this. That's the thing. Like, there's no kids in this. So I don't like when people act like them. Like, it's just there's no need. There's no place for it. And and
Yeah.
sometimes when even if you're not involved in it, like what if you see it, like you see the toxic or the there's dumb stuff you see online all the time, just like, man, I gotta get away from this for a little while. This is a real toxic environment and it's kind of depressing. Like,
Yeah.
gotta get away from this for a little bit. Like, even, yeah, you see the internet wrestling community. It's like, yeah, these guys complain that Jay Uso is getting a push are the same people that were complaining the Usos aren't getting pushed. And it's like,
Yeah.
how's this making sense? Like, LA Knight can't be pushed if Jay Uso is getting pushed. Jay Uso can't be pushed if you're going to push LA Knight because they're someone got to be the top star here. They're they're going to keep going to their reliable sources though.
Yeah.
That's what WWE does. AEW, I think Samoa Joe just won, right?
Yeah, Samoa
I
Joe
think
just won the AEW title. Yeah.
Yeah, I do like the AEW switches it up. They rotate it like throughout their roster, top to bottom. Like it's like someone random can have it. I feel like Moxley had it for too long, to be
Right.
honest.
I think so.
But everyone else, I feel like their title reign was pretty good. Like Swerve, I remember him being champ. Like his reign was good. Hangman, MJF, like they've had some good champions.
AEW shoots themselves in the foot because I always hear how terrible the booking is, and most of the time it is. However, once in a while they do make good decisions. Like, for example, this last pay per view you said, uh, taking the title off of Adam Page, and then also Mercedes Monet putting over Statlander. That was a big
Yeah,
deal. That was a big
for
deal.
sure.
But okay, so but what kills AEW is that every single show there's at least one, but usually more than one. I'm being nice by saying one. Hardcore type match or multi-person match where
Yeah.
there's no rules.
Yeah.
And and I
And it's
feel like
not,
that's their way to try to stand out on TV because they
but
know
it doesn't work.
WWE is not going to do that.
Nobody
So
watches Dynamite though. Nobody watches their pay-per-views. Like
I I
nobody.
wouldn't say
There's
nobody
4,000.
watches
There's
it.
4,000 people at every show.
Tony Khan just doesn't say no to anybody.
I've only ever been to AEW live once, and the crowd was actually surprisingly pretty packed. I was like, okay, the people say this stuff online.
But
I'm like,
how
yeah, you're
long
gonna.
ago was that?
That was a couple years ago now.
Yeah,
Moxley was champ, so it
I know,
was
but I mean,
Yeah.
even 2 years ago, they were hotter than they are now.
yeah.
Like, so I mean,
Very true. I mean, 2 years ago,
The punk
WWE
the
was hotter
punk
than it is
stuff.
now too. Because
Yeah. The
WWE's
punk
it's
stuff
not
I
that
didn't
hot.
really
The
put.
hottest thing is seen as retirement.
the
Like that's
problem
Yeah.
we talked about this. The problem with WWE is that they're not going to change anything as long as they continue to make money. As long as
Yeah.
I
they
mean,
continue to, they keep raising their ticket prices, people keep buying tickets. They keep making you subscribe to different platforms in order to see their content, and
yeah.
people do it anyway.
I will not. I'm
I
past
have
that
not,
point.
I have
Yeah.
We
not, yeah, I have not done the ESPN thing. I will not.
I've already had
There's
Netflix, so I do see
I see
Raw.
Raw on Monday nights. That's all I get. And if I want to see anything from the pay per views, I check out the highlights.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll see John Cena's last match is gonna be on Peacock, I assume, right? John
I
Cena's
think
last
Yes,
it's a
that's
match.
Saturday
Saturday
night
night's main
main event,
event.
so it's going to be
Yes,
on
Yeah,
NBC. Yeah.
on Peacock and NBC on Saturday, December 13th.
Okay, so yeah, I will most likely see that. I feel like you guys are wrestling that night, right? You're not wrestling, but you're at an event that night. I feel
We
like, right?
are.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
I'll
not
see it. I'll see it
SWR, I
Sunday
think
morning, my
has
man.
theirs. Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
see it
exactly.
Sunday morning.
that's
I
nice
mean,
too.
we
Then you
already
can
know. All
fast
right.
forward through
I
everything.
hate to say this, man, because I want it to not be this predictable. But we already know that Gunther is going to beat him on his way out. Like that's going to be a torch passing moment.
You
Yeah,
would you would hope, but I don't know. It's WWE, and they get into that thing too, where it's like, and sometimes the guys do it too. Sometimes it's not just the office. Sometimes the boys do it too, where it's like, oh, I don't want to beat that guy because whatever. But I
yeah,
remember that was a problem with Terry Funk when he had the retirement match in Amarillo, and he asked for Bret Hart, and they couldn't. They were like arguing over the finish, not because anybody had an ego and was doing like, I don't want a job. The problem was they both wanted a fucking job.
yeah.
Neither one of them wanted to go over the other, so they had to
Exactly.
work it out.
I feel like that happened with somebody in Taker at Mania too. I feel like it was either Edge or Orton didn't want to beat him for the streak, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's just like that. It's like, it would be really cool to win this match, but no, let's not do that. Keep
You
this
think there's
story
any?
alive.
You guys have saw the end of the streak, right? You both were obviously. I was watching it with Keith.
Yeah,
Keith
I was
was with
watching
me.
it live.
Keith
Yeah,
was with me watching it live. All right. So I've seen Heyman do shows where he takes questions and stuff, and there was a clip running around for a while where he presents a story that you want to not believe, but it's most likely true. And the story goes that what if Brock Lesnar decided to end the streak himself?
yeah,
What were they going to do to him? Like, how are they going to stop him? And
You're not
he
gonna
tells it
stop
in
them,
such,
but
and he tells it in such a way that it makes it believable that it's possible that going into that night. Now, Undertaker's story has always been the same. Vince came to me and he said, Brock's going over tonight.
yeah,
That was it. That was it. I
yeah.
believe him. I
yeah,
believe the Undertaker.
I mean,
But that
what
what
I
if?
I would believe it.
Heyman loves to screw with the
yeah.
marks.
I have I
Oh
have
yeah,
two, I have two
he's
very
telling
important
stories.
reasons.
That's all
Yeah,
he's
I have
doing.
two very important reasons to believe that it's Paul Heyman telling stories.
Yeah, he's just
One,
telling stories. Paul Heyman.
if Brock had shot, Brock would have been off TV immediately, and they just would have never used him again because
I don't know.
you can't be perceiving to reward anybody who just goes into business for themselves and allows them to continue. You cannot have that happen. That just
Right.
Hey,
undermines the whole concept of everything. And two, it's fucking Paul Heyman. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Paul's full of shit. Paul knows he's
yep.
full of shit. Paul's always been full of shit. Paul enjoys being full of shit. Like
Nah, for
I mean,
I
real.
the
love the
Undertaker was
guy. I
concussed,
would love
wasn't
to
he?
hang out with the
Concussed.
guy, but he's full of shit.
But is it possible that they kind of had to, you know, the Undertaker was concussed, so maybe the Undertaker,
if
was
if it was a situation like that where it's like I could see something where it's like we went in there with Taker's going over, Taker gets concussed because the referees are mic'd up and everything, if you're saying holy shit, there is no fucking way Taker can possibly do anything. Like we can't even do an Austin situation where Brock beats himself
Yeah,
and Taker just gets a hand on him or something and we go to a pin. Like Taker is fucking done. Brock has to go over. We have to call an audible. Yeah, I could see where that could have happened. But what Heyman's saying of like Brock Lesnar just decided. If Brock Lesnar just decided, yeah, I don't believe anybody could have stopped him. Brock's legit. Brock's an
yes.
MMA fighter. Brock will beat anybody on that roster currently.
yeah,
I tend to believe if he decides that that's what he's doing, nobody can stop him. But it's the what happens after if he does that. And the what happens after is Brock Lesnar goes away, never gets mentioned again, and he's just fucking gone. because
I don't know. He was pretty tight with Vince. You never know.
yeah, but I feel like the era where Vince would let guys get away with shit like that, like I know he let Shawn Michaels get away with murder and a lot of those guys too, and I know what Bret Hart's theory that he's trumpeting now for that is, but I think it's more likely what Kevin Nash has said because I think Kevin Nash strikes me as a pretty straight shooter, especially at this point in his life. He's got no reason to lie about any of it. Of just like he just basically wanted to hang out with us. He thought we were cool and he just liked us and he knew that we were business first and we just wanted the company to do better and everything was in the shitter and it
Yeah.
was mutual goals. But that said, I think Vince would have learned the lesson from that too of like, I probably got in too tight with those guys and I probably let them get away with too much.
Yeah. He definitely did.
Yeah.
They were out of
So,
control back then.
so man, you've been wrestling for 10 years, right, or more?
Yeah. I started in 2014, so
2014,
11
11
technically.
years.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's look at your first 10 years. You know, what are some of the highlights? What are some of the things that you'll never forget? Maybe some stories you got, man. Anything that pops to mind when we talk about okay. So if you were narrating your own like documentary for the last 10 years,
Ah,
um, how would you, what would you start with?
ah, hey. I mean, it honestly would always just start with the Wolfman and Adrian Bliss, like just meeting those guys and them getting me on shows and helping me prepare for being a professional wrestler. You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
telling me that's the experiences they've had and stuff like that. Like and guys like I remember when I started in SWO, the booker was a guy named Hane. I don't know if you guys know Hane, but
For a
he
time,
was he
him
was
and
one
the
of
band
he was
had it.
one of Wolf's guys, and I actually won my first championship on the Indies against him without even knowing, because he like booked me against him for the title. I'm just thinking, and the way we talked about it, he was going to win with his finisher at the end, and couldn't kick out of mine. And when I hit mine at the end, he just never kicked out, and I'm like the only one that wasn't in on it, and I'm just sitting there like, did I just do something wrong right there? Like,
Yeah.
whoa, I don't think that's supposed to happen, and that's like something that I'm never going to forget because it was just like I had no idea that they were going to surprise me with something like that, and that was one of the coolest moments for me. And then late, like couple years later, getting to wrestle like bigger names and stuff, guys like Tony Deppen and Jonathan Gresham and guys like that, just being able to be in the ring with technical kind of wrestlers like that, guys that can really teach you just by making you do certain things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they force you to wrestle, and that kind of stuff is like really important when you're learning to do different styles of wrestling, because you're going to wrestle so many different people. It's it's great to know so many different styles. So I mean, I classify myself as a cruiserweight technically, but cruiserweights can do everything. It's not
Yeah.
Yeah.
like we watched the cruiserweight classic. They did damn near every move. Like
Yeah. I
they
mean,
do everything. So
even back in the day, like you had diversity in the division from like, high flyers like Rey Mysterio and Psychosis and
yeah,
all the way down to Dean Malenko who, never left his feet if he could help it. He
yeah,
Juventud Guerrera.
yeah,
yeah.
Juventud
Always like
flying
him.
everywhere, making terrible decisions in his life.
And I always liked guys like Eddie and Benoit. Like they weren't the tallest dudes or nothing like that, but they were husky. They were obviously probably juiced up, but you
Yeah.
know who you had to be back then. You
Yeah.
Oh
had to look
yeah.
you have to look that way back
Yeah,
then.
I
So
I just explained today because you came up at the house because my girl knows who you are, and obviously when I'm like, oh, we got Piranha on tonight. Oh, really? And we were talking about that too, and we were talking about like, she's like, yeah, he's kind of scrawny. I'm like, Like Rey Mysterio was 5 foot nothing
Yeah,
with nothing on him.
exactly.
And then I had to, and then I explained to her what the gas meant because I'm like, well, he was on the gas for a minute there in
Yeah,
WWE. What?
yo,
The
Ray
gas?
did get on the gas because there was a point he was looking jacked
He went,
too.
yeah, he went like
Yeah.
this to this.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
exactly.
like,
And then and then there was that like bad pay per view when he came back and like he had gotten off of it because they had
yep,
just started like the drug testing in earnest, and it was really
exactly.
obvious that he had like just started to cycle off because he looked terrible for a
Yep.
minute there while he was trying to figure that out. But yeah,
I,
she had
I,
no
I
idea what
can't
I was talking about, and I was like,
the
steroids. She goes,
gas.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah, she had no
the
idea that was a
gas.
term for it. I've never heard it called that. I'm like, everybody calls it that.
Kurt is booked for the first two
I'm getting in
of
trouble
three
if she
Red
watches
Weekend
this.
shows. You should stop out.
Oh
Everyone would
yeah,
love a piranha sighting.
that would be cool. I actually do kind of. I did that last year, and for Valor, the big
For Valor, yeah,
three
they
day
have a three
event.
day weekend with Seven Mountains and
Yep,
yeah, and Rob
and
Knox.
CW. Yep, and I did last year. I did the Red Saturday for Valor, and wrestled Ty also, and super crazy at that. So that was
Oh
pretty
man,
cool.
cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
I,
and
I I remember seeing Piranha when he was a rookie. This kid has come a long way, and I hope you keep it up.
oh yeah, he definitely saw me in the rookie days, the greeny days. They used to say. I'm like, people take that as like an insult. I'm like, it's not really an insult. It's a fact. If you've only been in for like 3 years, you're
Right.
still greeny.
Well,
Like I don't know.
that's Kyle here, but Kyle will be at all three. He says.
Oh hell yeah. I might have to hit up Bliss and see. He
What's
might be able
up?
to get me some. It
Yeah.
might not be over this year. You never know.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes peeled.
As long as there's still shows out there, there's time.
Because that's
And
what
and here I
that's
felt
not this
guilty
weekend.
about
It's
trying
this
to get you to
weekend.
show up. Here I felt guilty about getting you to show up in January in Quakertown. That's
Hey, nah, I mean, I'm ready to go. So
Yeah.
glad
I'm
you're
not
ready.
yeah, I'm not really like trying to avoid wrestling or anything.
No.
It just so happens I haven't been able to do it for a little while.
Because if you were, you're doing a bad job of it. Like I mean, you were at the last
Yeah,
SWO show. I think you were
yeah,
at
I'm
a
gonna
show like
say, yeah,
a
I'm
month
still
or two
going to see the
before that.
boys
Like
and
you're still haunting places and whatnot. Like
yeah.
you're doing a really
It's
bad
like
job if you're trying to stay away.
exactly. Yeah, if I was trying to stay away from it, I would stay away from it. I wouldn't be around the
Yeah,
guys commenting on this stuff, like
yeah,
liking and stuff. Yeah,
you'd
like,
have to because I mean, if you're around it and you're a performer, you want to do it. Like I have a hard time sitting back and watching stuff anymore because I'm like, shit, I want to call that. I want to do like I want to do
yeah,
that. Like
yeah.
and
It's
I'm sure it's a fraction of the itch that you guys get, to actually get in there and perform. But it's like
hungry.
kind of understand it,
Yeah, I mean, it's like even when I watch it on WWE, I'm like, man, I wish I was in War Games. That'd be
right?
the craziest stuff ever. Like, that'd be
Yeah, like
so
people.
wild.
Like
What would
people
I
tell
do
me,
off the
oh, just
top of
sit
the
back and
cage?
enjoy stuff as a fan. It's like that's hard. It's hard to turn my brain off anymore and not be like, what can I learn from that, or what would I
Yeah,
do differently, or be a critic, or whatever. It's hard once you've done it.
yeah. I'm. I mean, yeah. Once you get in there a few times, especially like you guys are saying, as long as I've been doing it now, there ain't no way that I can just sit there and not think about getting in. Like while I'm watching it. If I'm not watching wrestling, I mean, I'm not thinking about it, I guess, but doesn't mean that in 30 minutes I won't be thinking about it. I'll be probably like, man, who's Cena gonna really wrestle? What if Gunther ended up getting hurt? Who will he wrestle then? Like, what if it's not Gunther and I'm just completely wrong? Like, what if it's Carmelo Hayes? Didn't he just beat a big
He won.
opponent?
He beat Bronson Reed.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
like, whoa, I didn't expect that there.
Right. And I
But you
mean,
also didn't want Bronson Reed to fight Gunther in any way. Like they were
yeah.
probably
You
trying to
can't really
avoid
do
that.
heel versus heel.
right.
Yeah, they were trying to avoid that. And but is Carmelo Hayes a babyface?
He is.
Oh, he's a babyface. Okay,
Mhm.
I didn't know if he was. The last thing I saw, he was like with Miz or
Well,
something
Cody
like that.
Rhodes helped him win, so I mean,
Right.
he better
Yeah,
be a
I mean
babyface.
Cody. I mean Cody is the franchise now. Going back,
Toyotas.
going back to those people on the internet too that are all like Roman Reigns is the greatest thing. I'm like, I remember 3 years ago when Roman Reigns was fucking shits and
Yeah, they
Cody Rhodes.
hated him.
Cody Rhodes was the best thing ever, and now it's like, oh, Cody's the shits, and fucking why can't Roman take it back again?
Yeah, I get annoyed because I
They
was a
all got no
Stardust fan. Like,
credibility when you
I
do that.
felt like one of the only Stardust fans. I'm like, I really like Stardust, and him with Goldust. I like the tag team. I'm like, yo, it's really brothers. Like they're real
Yeah,
brothers tagging.
yeah. I mean, I know like there's this whole thing of like, oh, it was a misfire. I'm like, no, there was something there.
Yeah, they could have really
There
did
was a
something with
certain
that.
charm to that idea. Like,
Especially once COVID hit, like they jumped the gun burying it because once COVID hit, they could have did some crazy
oh yeah,
cinematic stuff with Stardust. He could have been popping into the Firehouse Fun, you know what I mean? Bray
yeah,
Wyatt show, the Firefly Funhouse, and just doing goofy stuff with him. Like Stardust was so like it was just so weird. Like he could do
yeah,
anything. He was like an alien. I'm pretty sure he was supposed to be an alien, so he could just do anything.
yeah.
And when
I
he
Cowboys
had
mean,
the
are
red eyes, it's like, oh, hold on now.
so
That's a
the
but
little
then the
Cowboys
problem
are
is he stays Stardust, and he doesn't accomplish what he's accomplished now. Though
very
he's not in
true.
that same
Very true.
position because
so
Stardust was never going to get too much further above where he was. Just the
Yeah,
nature of the gimmick wouldn't have allowed him to.
very
he
true.
made the best
Because,
of it though.
but that is not true because it's pro wrestling, and if there's a good booker, they can make it work. I ain't gonna
That's
lie to
true.
you.
I
Yeah,
agree with you.
Because
Stardust and
the
Goldust
Fiend
gimmick
could
I
have been a
thought was a good
flop,
tag team.
yeah,
but they made that they pushed it. That's the thing. Once they push it, it can work because the yeet could be terrible, but
yeah,
the way they pushed it, they straight pushed it and pushed it and pushed it and pushed it until now he comes out and takes 15 minutes before he even does anything,
yeah.
just doing that, and it's
I mean,
like wow,
Undertaker too. I mean, Undertaker on paper, you looked at that in '90, you would have been like, okay, typical Hulk Hogan villain. You're going to build him up, and then
yep,
Hogan's going to destroy him, and then he's going to go down the card because it's going to be one dimensional, and then he's going to be out of here in a couple of years or so because they'll have used him up, they'll have gotten everything they can get out of him, and then he'll need to go off somewhere else and whatnot. And because it clicked, and he was smart enough to be like, I gotta add layers. I gotta keep adding
yeah,
layers to this and not.
gotta add to it,
And he had
and
that instinct for like when it was one iteration was getting old and it was time to pivot to
yep.
something else.
I love guys like that. Like Jericho's great at that. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, Mick Foley played how many characters,
yeah,
and they all kind of worked. Cactus Jack, the hardcore one, the
yep.
chill one, Dude Love, like you know what I mean, Mankind, the Psycho, like yeah, he was really before his time with that,
Oh
but
God,
and
yeah. I mean, and in the stuff he was doing in ECW, where like he was doing like boring bullshit nerdy Cactus Jack
yeah,
for a while there, where
yeah,
it's like, oh, hardcore is evil, and I'm just gonna do headlocks for
yeah,
the
it's like
whole match.
no, that's
Like I'm gonna look at the chair and I'm gonna be like, oh, you want me to hit him with the chair? Nah, fuck you, headlock.
let me get back to the gas for a second here.
Yeah.
I was watching like a few nights ago. It might have been I think I'm pretty sure it was just Raw. I was just watching and John Cena took his shirt off and he had the craziest vein ever in his arm. And I'm just like, oh, he's back on it. Cause for a little while, that vein was not popping out like that.
Well,
And he
I know actors do stuff too. Like Stallone's been
oh
pretty
yeah.
upfront that like he does HGH and stuff like that to maintain.
They're not gonna admit it, obviously, because it's drug use. You're not gonna
Yeah,
admit to this. Like,
I think Stallone only admittedly HGH because like HGH is technically still legal. It's just if it was a sports competition thing, you can't. But you can buy it. You can. I think a doctor can
yeah,
prescribe it to you. It's not
Well, one of the Phillies
legal.
pitchers got suspended
Yeah,
this year.
in
Alvarado got
competition.
suspended for using HGH this
Yeah, I
year.
mean in competition like that in sports it's illegal, but like
yeah,
in everyday life or like if you're acting or in performance or whatever, it's not.
right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, especially actors and stuff. They're gonna do that because if you're gonna play a certain role and you got to be a certain size or something, there's only so many ways you're gonna be able to do that. Like you can eat as much as you want. People be like, "Oh yeah, I just ate 6 meals a day or whatever," and it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, and you got that many muscles too. Like you worked
Yeah.
out that hard. There's no way you ate that much, worked out that hard, and got that look. Like,
And some of the time scales that you have to do it on too. Like it's just okay, you're fucking superhuman if you were able to be like, yeah, I look like fucking muscles on muscles and I did it in
yeah,
9 weeks. Like,
and it's like, I
sure you
mean,
did.
and it's like there's no way you had enough time to be in the gym that long either. Like
Yeah.
where is this time coming? I know how much time's in a day, so where is this time coming? I don't know how that works unless you went to the bathroom for a few minutes and that's where the real gains happened. I don't know, but hey, that's not for me to judge. I mean, if you look
No.
good, if you look good, you're more likely gonna accomplish what you want to do, especially if you want to be on camera. Like people are going to want to look at things that look better. That's
Well,
all.
I'm getting barrarded with freaking messages from friends of
Oh,
mine who are Cowboys fans because the Cowboys won
I was gonna say you look like you're a little stressed out over there now. Ow, I didn't know what happened.
24-21 with a last minute field goal. And it happened because
Oh
the
man.
Eagles defense did stop them, but there was a punt return and the guy was returning it and the Cowboys knocked the ball loose and they got the ball inside the 10. And
Oh
I'm still live.
wow.
And you know, I can make all the excuses. I can make the flags excuses and all that shit like that. Whatever. Whatever. It keeps the Cowboys relevant. It does. It keeps them relevant, which that's what makes me sick of it. Doesn't make me sick that the Eagles lost because they're 8-3 and still
Yeah.
in first place. Okay. And now I got to root for the stupid Buccaneers tonight because that keeps the Eagles in the conversation for the first round bye.
Oh yeah, because the
Because if
Rams.
they
They're,
lose, if
Yeah.
the Rams win, well, now the Rams are the number one seed. So
yeah.
I got to worry about the number one seed, not whether or not worry about the Cowboys are going to make the playoffs. Give me a break. Now tomorrow, the media is going to be all crazy about, oh, the Cowboys are back. It's their year. Dak looked great. The defense looked. Give me a break, man. 10 freaking flags. Give me a break.
I
They
just
Got
love
it.
when
still
the
suck.
Ranting
when
now.
I
the
got news
Got
for
news
it.
it. Well, all the people that are texting me, stop texting me. I'm not going to reply because my bottom line is this: the Cowboys still suck. All right,
Hey,
get
there it
over
went.
it and get over yourselves because there's going to be a team in the NFC East that's going to be in the playoffs, and there's going to be a team in the NFC East that's not. Actually, three that are not, and one of them is going to be Dallas.
Oh
I,
man.
I just love that we're in crazy math time in sports. I love crazy math time where it's like, well, if we win the division and the other team loses, and a third team loses on the fourth Saturday of the month,
Yeah.
the moon is in the house of Virgo, we get the number one seed.
Yeah, it gets crazy. That
I
last
love all
week
these
is always the
crazy
craziest.
mathematical combinations.
I'm like, oh, the last week we need three teams to lose. We have to win
Yeah.
by three. That team has to lose by at least four to change the tiebreaker back. Like all types of stuff. It's like, oh
Yeah.
man.
I'm
And
telling you right now, the
What is
Cowboys are going to lose on Thanksgiving.
who has?
They play the Kansas City Chiefs, and the
Ooh.
Chiefs are
Oh,
fighting for their playoff lives. They won today. They beat
The
the
Chiefs have
oh
some kind of penalty that's supposed to happen because of some shit Mahomes did, though. I was
the
reading. I didn't read the article.
I'm sorry, the Indianapolis Colts have been talked about all year as the best team in the AFC, and guess what? Here come the Ravens.
yeah, they're coming back.
Here come the Patriots. Here come the Chiefs. All right, now the
Yep,
real AFC teams, please stand up. Please stand up. I'm telling you right now that
5 in a row.
yeah,
Yeah.
Cowboys suck. And anybody
Five in
that
a
put
row.
anything, yo, Aubrey Rose, whoever you are, and everybody else that put any kind of shit on here about the Cowboys, I am not putting that on my show. Tough shit.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not even doing the negative comments about my squad. Keep that to yourself right now.
They beat
That's not
themselves. All
popping
right,
up.
penalties. Even let's just say, for sake of argument, that all the penalties were correct. That means they beat themselves. All
Yeah.
right, the Cowboys didn't beat the Eagles. The Eagles beat themselves. So take
Eh,
that.
I mean, Yeah,
But
it's
that
just
won't be the
one week.
narrative tomorrow because who won the game?
I always say division games, they'll go either way. It
Oh,
doesn't
I
really.
know. The Eagles lost to
Yeah.
the Giants this year, the 2-9 Giants. The Eagles
Yeah.
lost to, but they
Yeah.
had Scadaboo and they had Jackson Dart healthy, so it was a different Giants team than it is now.
And division games are always harder because you see them more.
Yeah. You know the
Right.
other team's tendencies. You know exactly
Yeah.
Yeah,
what
I
they're
mean,
going
you
to
know
do.
how it goes with the Ravens. Even when the Ravens play the Browns and the Browns
Yeah.
suck,
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't really ever blow them out too much, though. Like,
Yeah.
it's
it's always
always
close for a
close.
while.
Down to a field goal. The Eagles had their chances. What's his name? Jake Elliott, the kicker of the Eagles, missed a field goal earlier. Aubrey,
Mm.
who never misses field goals, he made one. He missed one earlier. So if he had made that field goal, the Cowboys would have won anyway.
Yeah. I
So
mean, hey, like you said,
Giants
they're still
suck.
8-3. As
Yeah.
long as y'all are on top of the division, I wouldn't really be worried about anything.
Uh,
So,
Yeah.
I'd like to give a shout out before we get close to the show to El Lobo, and we wish you the best in your best endeavors. You did leave a speech, left it all in the ring for us the last 3 months
Yeah.
in 3WA, and whatever goes on with you and your career. We wish you the best of luck, my friend.
was
El
he?
Lobo. That is
What's
El
going on? He's
Lobo
moving.
Tyler Andrews.
Is he moving away or something?
Oh, no, I think he's expanding his wings.
Yeah. He said
Oh yeah,
he
Like
said
I think
he's
he's
got
gonna
some
take
other
some.
goals. And,
Yeah, he's gonna
yeah,
spread out.
yeah.
Hey, you might see him in. You might see him in Seven Valleys. You might
I'm gonna
see him in
say,
three. You
he'd
might
like
see him in Lancaster.
he'd like
hey, you
to.
never know.
He's worth picking up. I've
He's
had a
awesome.
front row seat for him the past few months, and good attitude, veteran. He can go, and he can
Yeah,
definitely add to your show.
And now, dude, I want to give you 100% props before we get out of here because from what I heard all night long, man, is was honest and real. You
yeah,
told everybody how you felt about professional wrestling in general. You felt and how you felt about the way things have happened over the past couple of years. You were open and honest, and I appreciate the shit out of you, man, because you are way too talented to not be in somebody's fed somewhere making people come to those seats because people did get behind you. I know for a fact, having been sitting next to this guy for the past few years, watching you wrestle, it's been an absolute privilege. And to call all your matches, and when we have called your matches, man, those fans, as soon as that music hits, I mean, in the indies, that doesn't always happen. All right. You don't have a music hit and everybody starts cheering moment. With Piranha, you heard a den, and you heard that.
yeah.
They knew who was coming out and they got excited about it. And that's something you can't teach, man. You are
Oh man,
over as over can be. And if anybody is smart and anybody within the sound of my voice is watching, book this man ASAP and just watch. He said it. He said, "I don't want to be pushed because I want to show you what I can do in the ring, and then you decide what you want to do." You know what I mean?
you know what? And
And
I
first and
appreciate
foremost, man,
that.
take care of you. We love the shit out of you, man. Like
Oh
we
yeah.
we've been fans from day one, but like we also care about you as a person too. So just always, if you ever need anything, you always reach out to us, and if we can help you in any way, that guy right there, I know. I've known this guy right here for 12, 13 years. You know, he'll help you out too.
Oh yeah, I appreciate you guys and
Buy a
definitely love you
t-shirt.
guys too, man. Like,
I'll buy a
um,
t-shirt.
just I appreciate you guys even giving me a little bit of time to even say my side or
Oh
like
hell
tell
yeah.
everybody, like, update everyone on what's going on. I'm not, I mean, not really retired. I wouldn't say I'm like,
No,
but hey,
taking a break.
I
Tired.
still, yeah, I got my mask ready to go. The mask, I'm probably gonna name the mask now El Champo. I've been thinking that every time I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, they gotta have a name. I feel like people name their mask. I'm like, is that a thing? But I'm like Piranha. I'm gonna be Piranha, like just regular. But when the mask goes on, that's El
It's El
Champo now.
Champo.
That's
Yeah.
El
I love
Champo.
it, man. I love it.
Yeah,
The dualness of you now.
got to
The
try to change,
duality.
tweak it. You said to tweak it a little bit.
Yeah.
Remember the
That's
beginning.
layers.
Remember the beginning of the interview. We got
Yep.
to tweak it a little bit.
See,
You know that.
Professor, he was listening. You said layers, and he
Yeah.
made that through. He took your concept, and he's like already starting to adapt it.
You already. You guys you guys are awesome, man. Like I'm like, yeah, these are my guys. I'm I'm still annoyed we didn't get to do it last week, but hey, it happens and we got
Yeah,
it done this week and I'm happy. Like I'm just happy. Like
Shit
I'm
happens, you know.
yeah,
Shit
for
happens.
sure.
yeah. Life's what it is.
It is what it is, and I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving,
Oh
Yep,
yeah,
you guys too.
Professor.
You
I
gotta
hope
be
you,
hungry for that.
yeah,
Professor. I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving, and everybody that chimed in. I wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving with your
yeah,
families, and we will see all of you at one point or another down the road. In the meantime, the professor and I will be back next Saturday with another guest. Next Sunday, rather, with another guest. Sunday at 7. Please like and share and subscribe and all that good stuff to our YouTube channel, and also go on to the Around the Turnbuckle Facebook group where we share a lot of upcoming events in your area. Support local indie professional wrestling.
Who you got next week?
I don't have a solid one yet. We did have the outfielders lined up, but they had to reschedule for the first week in December. So now I got an
Okay.
open date, but we have some people that are interested that I can get into contact with. I don't want to name names because I don't want to put them on the spot, but we do have
yeah,
a couple people who have been trying to get on here, and and a shout out to Keith. What was that kid's name? Taven. Last
yeah.
night.
David.
Shout out to him last night coming up and seeing the 3WA show from Carolina, from North
Oh wow.
Carolina, and
Yes, I
he's
didn't get
actually
an
a
actual.
commentator for Carolina Slam Jam Wrestling down there. So he said he had a blast. And Taven, maybe we'll have Taven on here. We have never had
Yeah,
a fellow commentator on here before, Keith.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
So
shop talk.
that's an interesting shop talk we could have.
Well,
But
especially because he does it by himself, poor bastard.
he
I've
does.
only done
Oh
a
yeah.
couple of shows by
Piranha,
myself.
one
And
last
it is
comment.
rough.
Piranha, one hell of a guy. Roadblock, you're one hell of a
Roadblock.
guy too.
I'm
One
gonna have
hell
to
of an
see him again. Hopefully
Ro-
next time I come to Triple WA, he's still
Roadblock's
working.
one hell of a
Oh
guy.
yeah,
Piranha, he's one hell of a old guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know he's getting old. I don't know when he's gonna stop, but hey, look, he as long as he wants to go, I guess. Hey,
Keith
yeah.
Keith Keith knows that was a
Sometimes.
dig. All right, well,
Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah, you're an ass for that, but we're just
You're,
gonna just like
oh
let
no,
it
he's just
happen.
gonna next time he sees me, he's gonna slap me a little
yeah,
bit extra
your
harder.
day's coming.
It's all right.
Your day's coming.
Oh wow.
For the professor and the one and only, always hungry, the king of
Hungry.
Jaw style, Prince
All right.
Piranha. I'm Big Al. This was Around the Turnbuckle. We'll see you guys next week.
You think you know me?